If you've been posting content for a while, I want to know exactly how many sales calls were booked from your content. Like, we're not talking about the outreach, like not paid ads, referrals, but just straight up from the content that you are posting. And for a lot of you right now, like completely honest, that number is probably zero, like maybe one. But this is the sad part, and the content you're posting right now is not the problem probably. Like the content works and it's not that, but you've been getting views, and I know a lot of people are getting a lot of views, a lot of likes. Sometimes you end up even on the viral IG feed, and you think content works, but it keeps failing. So the calendar stays exactly as empty as it was, which is sad. So from here, most people land on these two groups. Either they say content doesn't work, you can see, or I need to post more, and honestly, those both two groups are wrong. Both of them will keep you stuck for another 6 months or even a year. So let me tell you exactly what's going on here, because your content isn't failing because of the quality or you're doing something bad in the content. Like you can even use the best gear, editing style, and all the fancy things. But this is failing because one pattern in the path from content to call is broken. And there are only 4 patterns that exist. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through all of these 4 things with the symptoms for each one. So by the end of this, you can point at exactly like which one is breaking in your own case. And the good news, honestly, is that you don't have 4 problems. You almost certainly have only one. So not 4, but just one. So stick with me. So first, let's go over this. Let's go over the reframe, because this will seriously change how you look at everything you've posted and if you're planning to film something. So when your content doesn't book calls, it's almost never the post. It's the path. It's the friction it has from content to booking. So think about what actually has to happen for a stranger to become on a call on your calendar. They have to be the right person, they have to understand what you actually do for them, they have to trust you enough to talk about money, and they have to have somewhere to go next. So those are 4 things: right person, clear positioning, real trust, and next step. If any of these things is missing, basically the whole path snaps. And here's the thing, like it doesn't snap loudly, like you don't get an error message. It's not like you're in VS Code terminal, like you're coding, or you're in Cloud Code and a message displays. But basically you'll see that the post will still get likes and everything can look fine, everything can look good from the outside, but the path just quietly delivers nobody, which is why post more is such a big trap. Or more volume on a broken path just breaks it even faster. Like you're pushing more people down a bridge with a hole in it. Your job is to make better content, but not yet. First you have to fix this one. So the job is to find the hole first. So let's go through the 4 patterns one at a time so you can understand how it works. So here you can see pattern 1 is builders are watching. So this one means that your content is working, it's just working on the wrong person. So the people consuming it are other builders, like people like you, people who want to learn, people who are selling service same as you, so not the business owners who would actually pay you. The symptoms are pretty easy to spot, like your comments are full of what tool did you use and can you share the workflow. Your posts get a lot of saves, which feels great, but the saves are from automation accounts. And when you scroll your engagement, there's no single person in there who runs this kind of business you want to work with. Now I make the whole video about this one, like the last one, so I'm gonna keep it short here. The quick version is this: content attracts a type of person, and if your posts open with a tool and the build, you're inviting builders every day at full efficiency. Basically, the check takes 10 minutes. Open your last 10 posts, label them as one builder or prospect. Builder means that you're focusing on tool or the build. Prospect means it's about the business problem that you're solving. So you're focusing on the buyer, and the buyer would recognize that. So if 7 or more of your posts are builder posts, congratulations, you found your pattern, and the full 6 is in the previous video. But if your ratio is actually fine and the right people are seeing your stuff, then your break is further down the path. So please keep watching because we're going on pattern 2. So pattern 2 is buyers don't understand you. This one is sneakier because the right people might genuinely be seeing your content, like they're just not recognizing themselves in it. They watch it, they think smart guy, and they just move on. Because at no point it did click that you fix a problem they have. So symptoms, you get them engaged for a real business owner, but it's very vague. And they just say something like, great post, cool stuff, man. Nobody ever asks about working with you, and here's a big one. If someone looked at your profile and your last 3 posts, would say that in one sentence who you help with the problem, like what you solve, like actually say it out loud. For a lot of people, the honest answer right here is probably no, like if you're transparent enough. And the positioning is somewhere in your head, but it never made it to the content. And look, I get why this happens when you can build a lot of things for your business, saying I help everyone with AI, it feels safe, but to a buyer, it's pretty vague, like fake is invisible. So she's not going to do the work of figuring out whether you're relevant to her. That's your job. Like, your job is to make it relevant so she understands, not hers. I've talked about this one in the previous video, but the buyer can't judge your technical skill anyway. Like, they're not really seeing like a progress bar or like a level in a video game, you know? Only thing that she can judge is whether you're clearly understanding her situation. So if your content never names her industry, her broken process, her actual week, you can be brilliant and still irrelevant. The check here is just one sentence test. So ask someone who doesn't know about your business to read your profile and 3 recent posts. And then they have to tell you if they understand who you help, what the problem you solve. If they can't say it, like if they cannot answer this, or they say something like totally different from what you do, that's your pattern. Your first move is to pick the lane and say it plainly, like in the bio, in the post, everywhere. And boring and clear bios usually beat clear and vague every time. So then we're going on pattern 3. But first, let's take a break. Okay, let's go. By the way, that was no sugar coke. So pattern 3, trust isn't being built. So this is the person where the right person watch. So they understand what you do, they even like it, and they still never move. Because watching your content never made you feel safer to hire. So symptoms of this are that people agree with everything you post and buy nothing. You're getting DMs that feel warm and then go completely quiet the moment money enters the conversation. Or people say things like, I've been following your stuff for a while and it never turns out of anything. Like, because following you and trusting you with a real budget are 2 different things. And here's why this path breaks. So a business owner can hire someone for AI work, and it's like taking a real risk because it might not work, it might break something, they might waste months. So before the call, they're looking for signals that you are safe. Like, how do you think, how do you diagnose, whether you've seen problems like years before, whether you're actually like someone who understands the risks or someone who's just excited about the tech. In most contents, like, they give none of it, like they answer nothing. It shows results of builds, it shows futures, it shows enthusiasm, like entertainment. It never shows judgment, and judgment is the thing they're actually trying to buy. So the check here is that, like, you can look at your last 10 posts and ask how many of them really show the problem versus what I made. It's an all output and no thinking. That's your first move is 1 thinking post a week. Take a problem you face and walk through, like, how do you diagnose it, where you look first, what most people get wrong about it. No tutorial, no 2 steps, just the thinking. I covered this whole trust shelf, what I like to call it, in the profile side of this a couple of videos back, so go check that out. I'm gonna drop it in the description as well. And it pairs directly with this one. And finally, pattern 4. There is no next step, no call to action. And honestly, like, this might be the most painful one, and most people do this because everything else can work, but if you fail this one, basically you're losing them at the last step. So right now, audience, clear positioning, and real trust. And then your best post lands, like, let's say somebody genuinely is interested and there's nowhere to go from here. So the post just ends, or the only door you've given them is book a call. And that's a big ask for someone who found you like 2 posts ago, or like just saw 1 video of yours. So symptoms for this is that basically your best performing content produced exactly nothing. People follow you for months and you have no idea who they are. Like, wasn't really a reason for them to raise a hand, or you didn't really ask them to do anything. And like, most of the followers that are like in your profile, like, you never DM them, you never engage it with them. And you know, like, often someone DMs you probably, I've been meaning to reach out for ages, which sounds good. Like, you're like, okay, this guy's warm, but it means doesn't more meant to and didn't. So the interest exists, but the path doesn't. And here's what to do about this one. And here's the thing about a stranger in the internet. Like, they almost never jump from one point out. They almost never jump from one useful post straight to a sales call. Like, that gap is too wide. They need a middle step. Like, something useful first so they can take without talking to anyone. Checklist, an audit, a deeper voice, a screen card, like something free, like free value, something that helps them and quietly shows them what working with you would feel like. And to check this one, you can just like this one question. Someone loved your last post. What exactly were they supposed to do next? And if you can't answer that, they definitely couldn't as well. Your first move is to attach 1 useful middle step to your strongest topic. Like, just 1. Like not a whole funnel, but basically like just a lead magnet. And one good lead magnet, like one good next step, where the interest already exists. So the most important part, like which one is yours, like out of these 4 patterns, because you have 4 problems, I'll say it again, like you clearly have just one, and then break it in order. Like that's the useful part. So it's a path. And like the earliest break in one of these matters. So fixing trust is pointless if builders are the only one who are watching. And the next step is basically pointless, like if no one understands what you do. So run this in order. And honestly, like, our builder is the one engaging with patterns 1, fix that first, then nothing else. Then, right people watching, but they can't say what you fix, pattern 2. They understand you, but they can move forward with money, pattern 3. Then, warm audience, real trust, and still nothing on the calendar, pattern 4. And honestly, that's like the easiest thing you can think out of these 4. So pick one. Actually pick one like right now before the video ends, because all of them are a little bit, and answer them. Like what keeps you stuck? Like if you've been torn between 2, pick one earlier, so the path breaks at the first hole, not the last. So, and here's what I want you to do this week. Like number 1 is make a call, which is like which pattern is the symptom, be honest, and ask and answer this question yourself. Step 2, do only that pattern first. Like if your builder is watching, run the 10 post label and rewrite the builder bait, like from the previous video. Walk through all of it. Buyers don't understand you, run the 1 sentence test and rewrite your bio and the next 3 posts around 1 lane. No trust, one thing you post this week, diagnosis, not build. No next steps, build one useful middle step and attach it to the strongest topic. Then 3, I want you to do this as well, and this is the discipline part. Ignore the other 3 parts for now. Seriously, like, just ignore the 3 patterns. And the instinct is to fix everything at once. That's how nothing gets fixed. One pattern, a few weeks, and then recheck the calendar. And that's it. No new tools, no posting schedule, no content overhaul. Just find the hole and patch the hole. And by the way, to be completely honest about what this does and doesn't do, like I'm not gonna act like a guru right here. Finding a broken pattern doesn't guarantee sales calls like instantly. Nobody can promise that, and you should be suspicious of someone who does. What it does is basically it unblocks the path, so the content you are already making finally has a road to somewhere, instead of just like looking at some spot every week. And to make this diagnosis easier, I put together a short, which one are you diagnostic? It's like a symptom checklist for this video, printed an actual self-assessment. Like you score each pattern, it tells you which one to fix first and points you at the right fix. So it usually takes like 10 minutes and it's gonna help you a ton. Links in the description, like no pitch, just check it out. And even if you skip this, like skip the one idea, it's almost never the post. Like just keep in mind, that's the path. So stop asking why my content doesn't work and start asking where does the path break. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next video.